already won 3 world titles in a memorable career spanning 20 years. He's 37, 9 years older than Barkley, and this was his 92nd professional fight. Our commentator, Reg Guttridge.
For the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks with gold letters and weighs 156 1/4 pounds. He's from Panama City in Panama. As a professional, he's 84-7, 61 KOs. He's the former lightweight champion of the world, the former welterweight champion of the world, the former junior middleweight champion of the world. Señores y señores,
so the famous hands of stone have backed them up by Roberto Duran, remarkable at 37 years of age.
And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with red trim, he weighs an even 159 pounds. He's from the Bronx in New York City. His professional record, 25-4, 16 KOs. He won the championship with a sensational knockout of Thomas the Hitman Hearns. Ladies and gentlemen, the WBC Middleweight Champion of the World.
So there he is, nicknamed the Blade, the man who really came from behind to knock out Tommy Hearns. And they've underestimated Duran turning pro. He was actually inside his 16th birthday. Referee Joe Cortez.
Give me a clean break, but you got break, but don't bring limpio, okay? Ya saben, regla dentro, o siempre escucha mi commands, okay?
So he gets an interpretation in Spanish there. They don't want to shake hands either. Well, that shows us a bit of needle. Hey, come on, he's saying. And it's the formal touch. Rather like to be nice to the dentist before the extraction. So set then for 12 rounds, and the great Roberto Duran, just a remarkable performance for him to come in at 11 stone 2.5, which is his lightest since he fought Marvin Hagler back in '83. 3 times world champion. It's hardly believable that we're there to see him defeat Ken Buchanan way back in 1972 at Madison Square Garden. He's a hard nut around Barkley, same area as Mike Tyson, by the way. And a little bit underestimated, in my opinion, before the fight with Hearns. He took his stick and came back, but the hero of the occasion, without doubt, is Duran. Now, can Duran's legs stand the pace? Is any lead left in them? And he says, no, I'm in shape, and they're still really burdened by those 2 words of his no mas in the second fight with Leonard when he quit in the ring. And that's still one of the most astonishing things to happen in a championship fight, particularly by this man, a real genuine warrior of the game. Well, early on a low punch doesn't seem to matter to Duran. It all counts. And certainly Barkley wasn't complaining. Great coverage, that, isn't it? You're almost in there with them. You better duck and dive as you're watching this in case the punch comes your way like that. Every punch that Duran throws is signaled with cheers from the back of the convention hall. This is where Tyson defeated Spinks, although it's a different part of the convention arena that they've sectioned off. I tell you, Barkley's going to fight his heart out for this, because it's the first payday he's already had in the ring, $500,000. And $365,000 for Duran. He's still the great box office magnet. Just look how comfortable he looks the whole time. He's so relaxed, Duran. I'm not surprised after 84 wins. But that's the secret, sir. He doesn't stiffen up too much. He's been stiffened by Hearns, of all people, but he went through a bad period there and seems to have come out of it. But I think this is a good testing point. A little bit stumbled there, you see, caught with a punch. successes they get, crowd are with him all the time, Duran. Well, he now knows that the old champ can fight Barkley. A little bit of respect, the crowd love it, already on their feet.
Left hand up. Keep boxing. You don't try to run in now. You're going to get that stuff loaded up now. Take your time. You're going too fast. Get the jab. The jab is working good. You want to too fast. Slow it down. Okay? Get the jab working. Stay with it. Slow it down a little bit, because he ain't doing that much.
Have another look at that now. This is where he brought the crowd to the feet, but this right hand coming over there, really bounced off the side there and nearly had him down. And we're into the fourth round, and Barkley, to his credit, has really hung in there, and he's boxing well. There's nothing in it so far. Duran, as always, the eye catcher. If it goes 12, then the judges from Italy, USA and Canada, referee Joe Cortez doesn't score. It's amazing, man, when Duran's at his best, I suppose you could say he breaks more hearts than bones, really. He had a string of points wins, for instance, in '87. And yet he's stopped an amazing 61 knockouts or stoppages in his career. Even at 37, Duran, such a worry, isn't he? Never really considers that his well-being might be in a bit of jeopardy. Just gets stuck in, a real throwback, and one of the great legends of boxing, whatever happens here. One of the best fights, of course, his first win, and that was a photo finish, incidentally, against Sugar Ray Leonard in Montreal, and then the amazing quittance in New Orleans. And he's still really trying to live that down. If he can win another title, and that's the way he puts them together. What a fight this is. Great battle. Barkley willing to swap punches with him. He's not losing too many points. Duran doing, well, more than his share of punches, but don't underestimate Barkley here. He's good methodical stuff, getting on with it, very businesslike. Judging Barkley even from the Hearns fight, he hasn't got any occupational fears either. What a great contest this is. No real clinch in there, fighting inside. Look at that. Best in fighting I've seen for ages. This is a beauty, it really is. And remember, this is the class now that Britain's Harold Graham has got to get himself into. Particularly as he's going to challenge for the vacant World Championship if they strip Callum Bay. What a great fight this is in the fourth. It really, it's been relentless. And really, where does Duran get his energy from? I started to expect him to back off a little bit now, the age creeping up, but not a thing. He's just staying in there. As I said before, he looks so comfortable, and he's getting through with the right hand.
Okay? Keep working the jab inside, shoot that punch to the body, bring up to the chest. Okay, take a deep breath. How you feel? Feel good, baby. You're working. Let's don't get challenged. You're working them down.
And a second look at that. I mean, I can't believe it. In slow motion, these shots will come in here. And they're warning Barkley, don't turn around because Duran will hit you on the back of the head. But from this angle, it's a bit better now. There it is. You can see he always unloads 2 or 3 punches at the time, Duran. But Barkley's always willing to fight back. He's not going to give up the championship easily, but what a good scrap that is.
Second sound. Second sound.
Remarkable, isn't he? Still unmarked. This man who really, well, sometimes looks as though he fights with his face, but he gets himself out the way. In round 7, and we haven't seen Duran fight in the British Isles. He's had a social visit there. He once fought in Paris. And maybe when he's at his best, well, that's just as well for our sake, or at least our middleweight's sake. Isn't often you can get up from the 9 stone 9 division. As I say, he was a pro before his 16th birthday. What a battle, has not stopped. This has got to be voted already, surely, the fight of the year, as early as this of the year. How could they beat it? His left eye swelling now, Barkley. He's the one that's marked. They've been working hard on that in the corner. I don't know how they're going to separate this one, I'm sure. By the 7th, it's still anybody's fight. But certainly, judges, I would think, well, whether it's unconscious bias or not, they're bound to lean towards Duran a bit. They normally do, the hero. And the crowd are always behind him. And it's strange, really, because it's only a bit of a long bus ride from the Bronx, where Barkley comes from. And although Duran still doesn't speak much English, he's very much an American hero. It's the right-hand punch. He throws that one over the top of the left knee. There it is. He's going to start. There it is again. You can see it coming. Barkley tries to ignore them, and that's a mistake. Oh, tremendous stuff from Barkley. I really had underestimated this fella. I'd only seen him fight twice, against Michael Olajide and then Hearns. Referee doing a good job, not interfering too much. He doesn't want to spoil a good fight. Letting them get on with it close quarters, so long as it's not that rough from a head point of view. It's rough everywhere else, a few stray punches, but nobody's complained. Countdown then for the 7th, and the right hand going in again. Just remarkable when you think that Duran was really nailed by Tommy Hearns, who was outpointed on a split by Robbie Sims, who is Hagler's half-brother. But talk about the legend striking back. He's doing it again at the end of the 7th and having a good stare. Still unmarked and still staying on so brilliantly there, Duran. But this man, a real throwback pro himself. He's 28, which is no boy in the boxing game. So round 11 then. And I would really have to fence it on this one. If anything, it looked like Barkley might just be stealing it. But as I say, the punches of Duran, they're so eye-catching to the crowd and inevitably, I suspect, to the judges. So maybe a knockdown here could sway it either way, but they've been proved so durable and they both dig correctly and hard. So far, they've just taken those punches like really true warriors. You can see there the close-up of the left eye causing Barkley trouble. Double their punches up, both boxers, not the single blows all the time. Little salvos coming in. And when Duran does them, they're very spectacular. They're very workmanlike from the champion, nonetheless. Well, the chance there for Duran. Still trying that right hand over the top there. Tries to get him in a combination going, and he's doing it again. See how he unloads there, Duran? But Barkley meeting him head on. What a fight. Oh, the right hand over. He looks like he could nail him with that, and Duran won't let go. He's still got the strength in the 11th round. It's just tremendous performance. And you've really got to root for him to get the verdict now, just on guts alone. And we thought he might be fading Duran. He's still in there, and there it is again, and he's got him over. Can he make this now towards the end of the round, Barkley? He takes a good shot, and he'll need to here. Now that could sway this verdict in favour of Duran here. He'll get a clear point win on this one. He'll make it a 2-point round. Crowd going crazy. Have you ever seen a crowd like this standing on their feet all around the ring here? And it looks as though it could be too late in the round for Duran to catch him again, but the count would continue if he went down. That could be the decider round for Duran. Well, I tell you, that sounded like the sound of music, that bell was to Barkley there. He needed that. What a great round. There it is now, you can see there. He doubles it up, almost, yes, it's a 5-punch combination there. He just turns his back, walks away. He's seen that before, and again. The right hand, then the left hook, another right hand over, the left hook, and bang, the final punch. What a combination. So he's got to give it all he's got in the last now, Barkley, to hang on to this championship. I still think it's very seesaw. They can't give a draw. They can, but it's too much of a good fight for that to happen. Should have a winner here. And there's no doubt about it, 99% of this crowd are rooting for Duran, and that looks like the way it can go. They were cold and logical about it, all the middle rounds here. Barkley did well, and he really could still be in front. I wouldn't want to pick a winner at all here. I would lean to Barkley, but maybe the knockdown in the 11th has swayed it back in Duran's favour. Well, the stamina now had to be tested by Duran, and he's really come through with that. You don't knock many down in the 11th round at his age. I tell you, it's been around with his career, 84 wins, 7 losses. Almost a classic sequence of punches that was to put Barkley down. Can he do it again in the last? That really would clinch it, of course. Not so long ago that Duran struggled and was actually beaten by Kirkman Lang, who's British champion. He was fighting down the bill against England's Jimmy Batten in Miami. And here he is, back at the top again. Can he become champion again? Already 3-time champion. And he's always done it the hard way. Ken Buchanan, Davey Moore, Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, I don't envy the judge's job here, trying to sort this one out. The president of the WBC is not at ringside. He's in Las Vegas, ready for the Tyson-Bruno fight. So inside the minute then. And one of the greatest comebacks in history, in my opinion, because he's done it the hard way, not a phony way of winning a championship. There's a lot of that going on today. But Barkley, to his credit, stuck to his task the whole time. He hasn't lost too much in this round. Well, it's a great story, of course, for Duran if he wins. On the other hand, it's a little bit hard on Barkley as well, because he's always been in there pitching, and but for the knockdown, I think he might have got it. What a finish. Unbelievable fight. This is going to be my fight of the year. They've got to go some to beat this. Wonderful stuff there, and Barkley saying, that's it, I've retained the championship, and that usual arrogant look of Duran. Isn't he something? He did it with Buchanan, he did it with Leonard. But Barkley saying, no, I think I'm going to get it. Here it is.
We have a split decision.
And that doesn't surprise me.
Dave Brown scores about 116. 113 for Barkley.
2 rounds up for Barkley.
13 for Barkley. Giuseppe Ferrari scores it. 118, 112 for Duran.
Well, that's way over the top for
Tommy
Duran.
Kazmarek scores it. 116 to 112 for the winner.
And he's done it, Roberto Duran. The hands of Stone are back with a bang. What a sensational moment for boxing history that is.
That was some fight, wasn't it? The champion.